Hello, everybody. Welcome to Telli Talks, where we talk about life, growth, relationships, and all things in between. I have a very special person on today. She is an artist and painter, Frida Davidson.
Yay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And yours looks really good.
Thank you.
Okay, so for the people that don't know you, please let us know your journey and how you got to where you are today.
Yeah, so I was born and raised in Sweden. I had a very easy childhood. And then I went through a transition from being a very angry, frustrated, negative little girl into kind of waking up from realizing that I'm not my thoughts. And I found a sense of peace within myself. And there were a couple of things that led me to that. So one thing was that I was always being told from like age 5 that I was very good at drawing. But I ended up being in like business administration school, which I hated. So I didn't want to go to school. I almost dropped out of school. And then I was being pushed into switching major to like hair and makeup. And then once I finally got to be in a creative space and using brushes and makeup and colors, I also started to like, I could express my creativity. And then I ended up becoming a makeup artist, but I wanted to dream bigger. And in Sweden, it's very like, the idea of being a painting artist is not possible. Like the myth of like the starving artist, you gotta have a real job, So I became a makeup artist, and then I was thinking like I wanted to be in like special effects or like having more creative freedom. So I'm thinking like Hollywood, I want to work in the film industry. So at age 21, I moved here by myself, and I ended up taking a couple of art classes in college. And that's when I realized that like you can actually be a painting artist. You don't have to have a real job. Being a painting artist is a real job. And then all of a sudden I started selling my paintings, and I had a lot of customers, and and then I did murals, I did live performances, all kinds.
So how did you kind of transition from when you were 5 years old to knowing like this is what I want to do at such a young age? Like you could draw at 5 years old, and they knew, your parents knew, and I'm sure you knew that you had a talent that was better than the other kids. Because I'm like 5 years old, my daughter is 6 years old now, and I feel like the way she draws is, it's better than a lot of the 6-year-olds, but it's not like she's drawing the Mona Lisa, to the T of how the Mona Lisa looks.
So, well, I felt like starting in the makeup, I learned like color theory and stuff from going from like simple drawings into more color theory and contrast, like all the technical stuff. And then once I moved here, I experimented with all the different mediums, so like acrylic, oil, drawing, watercolor. And I learned how to use the different mediums when I got here. But
it's as far as like paintings and murals, what's your favorite thing to do?
So I feel like it depends on my mood. I've done like custom paintings, and I love the fact that the client is always so happy with the results, and it has a specific meaning to them, like painting a portrait, or they have this idea and I'm bringing it to life. I love that. And then doing murals is a whole other thing, because it's a big wall and you're being outside, you always have an audience watching you. And then one day I was just like, I want to do something completely different. And so instead of painting with brushes, I was pouring the paint on my body, and then with the movements, I was making a painting on a canvas. So
I did that. You have a favorite?
My favorite now, I'm transitioning from trying to not take as many commissions and do my own paintings. And that's my favorite. But it's also an investment, like you're investing your time into making a painting for like 2 months. And so now I'm doing the custom work to like pay my bills and whatever, and then this is for my own like
your
for my
own like therapy, your own sanity of what you want to paint instead of what everyone wants to paint.
And that has like a way deeper meaning, and it's very spiritual for me. And hopefully me creating this into this physical world can also inspire or motivate other people.
So do you feel like your personal paintings you're going to keep for yourself, or are you going to sell those one day too?
So yeah, I mean, feel like I'm making it for me. I want to have it in my house. This is what I want to look at all the time. And it's interesting because during first, it starts with me getting a vision. And maybe for like the past weeks, I'm very curious about a specific subject. And as I'm painting the vision that it starts with, I'm learning stuff about myself, my subconscious, spiritually. So I'm making it for myself. But yeah, I feel like a lot of artists nowadays, they paint something because this is what's going to sell, which I don't believe is your true, like, authentic self.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So when you make personal paintings, do you put like whatever emotion you're feeling at the time in that painting?
Yeah.
And then how does that transcend into like when you're finished with the painting to have it up in your house and knowing that you went through that particular emotion at that time of the painting?
Yeah. It's almost like it's a journey or like a journal for my life. So looking back at it like, oh, wow, I went through this at that time and I learned this. And yeah.
Is there ever any paintings that you're like, okay, I'm done with this emotional feeling and I not necessarily sell it, but just like, I don't want it anymore?
So most of the time I make a painting and I got to put it away because if I've been staring at it for too long, I don't like it anymore. And then maybe after like a year, I look at it and I'm like, oh, wow, this is really good.
So is that right after you paint it? Like right when you're finished, you're like, okay, I did this, moving forward on to the next.
Because I'm always looking for what I can do better all the time. So I have to put it away, don't look at it, do something else. But I feel like when it comes to the emotion during the painting, I feel like it always have the same meaning to it, which is for me like self-realization and realizing that we are not our thoughts, we have thoughts.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because anything you can observe, you can't be. So for me, it's this journey of becoming a more in-tuned person and a happier person, basically. And the art is helping me do that. And it's crazy. Sometimes I feel like, because I have the ideas and I get the visions, but sometimes I don't really know what it means until during the creative process. So it's almost like sometimes I feel like something is being channeled through me rather than me making the decisions. Absolutely. So I'm trying to paint more subconsciously instead of knowing everything from the start. Yeah.
Right. So almost like a feeling that you have inside of you is coming out on canvas.
Yeah. But I would say it's more so like visions because the feelings aren't changing too much for me. But when I get the vision in the beginning, it's the most exciting. Like that's when I feel like this is what I'm living for. I feel like I'm alive, I'm excited, I'm happy, I'm positive, I have so much energy during that process. So when I compared that to me making a custom painting, which is like what they want, it's not, I don't have any creative freedom. I have some, but yeah.
Right. So when you have these commission paintings, you've had a lot of celebrities that you've made commissions for. How did that even come about to where you have the clientele that you have?
That's a good question. I don't know. It just happens.
Like you just
everybody finds me through Instagram, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, social media is how people find me, and yeah.
And they'll just have someone from their team contact you. And like, how did the whole future thing come about? Because that's like amazing. She has this Last Supper of Future and his entire team that she made, and it was very like customized to like what I guess the people on his team represent in their aspect of who they are to his team.
Yeah.
It's almost like the 12 disciples at the Last Supper, so, but future edition. So how did that even come about?
It's interesting because everything I do, one thing leads to the other. So if you would think about how it really came about is it started with somebody reached out to me and they're like, we're having something called art battle instead of rap battle, it's art battle. So you have 20 minutes to make a painting. It's a competition. It's going to be an audience. So I did that and I went crazy. I painted with my body and everything. I got in contact with like the owner of the art battle, who then put me on to do a mural for Hugo Boss, where Future was the model in the clothes. So I painted that mural and then somebody from Future's team saw the mural from that and then they reached out to me and wanted the painting. So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
God is great.
And I love
just
how, like, in life, you know, I feel like you should always say yes to all the opportunities that you have a good, like, feeling about. So even though I was super nervous doing the art battle thing of me just painting in an audience, you have 20 minutes, it's a lot of pressure. But I always have this mindset of just take all the opportunities you have, even if it's scary, just do it, and you never know what it's going to lead to.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
So with all this painting and commission and time that it takes up, because painting takes up a lot of time, how do you have time for like your love life or just everything in general outside
the non-existing
of work?
love life? No, well, sometimes a lot of the commissions, I give them a time frame. Like the future one, I had to paint within 2 weeks. So I'm super focused into that. And yeah, I don't know. I just somehow manage my time. Since all my family is in Sweden still, but I have my friends here. But I'm so focused into making this painting and finishing it on time that I don't feel the need to. Like,
absolutely. Yeah. Do you ever like go back to Sweden or bring your family out here just to spend time with your family?
I go to Sweden like every summer, every Christmas.
How long?
I'm going in like 3 days. So
how long is that flight?
Like 15 hours. There's no straight flight, so I gotta go through like London or Amsterdam and then Sweden. But like 15 hours. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So now I'm going in 3 days. I'm gonna be there for 6 weeks. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, and during that time, I'm going to take a break from painting because all my supplies are here. And for me to like buy everything and set it up in Sweden, it's like a struggle. So I'm just
just ship it back out here would probably be a lot too.
So yeah.
Take a break.
So it's like I focus a lot on the paintings. And then now when I'm going for like 6 weeks, that's when I spend a lot of time with my friends and family and relax. And
that's amazing. Yeah. I'm glad you're going to go see your family and that's going to be a good time for you. What are you working on now?
I just finished a painting. Took me 2 months for a client. Huge painting, like 3 meters by 2 meters something. So it's kind of a mural, but it's a painting. And so that one was very detailed. I just finished that like last night. So now I'm going to go to Sweden. But when I get back, I have this painting that I'm super passionate about that I want to finish, which means a lot to me. It has a lot of deep message with it. And yeah. I like to take one step at a time, like one painting at a time.
Absolutely.
And then, yeah. But I work for a client who I've done like 4 custom paintings for now. And I know that he wants a lot more. So
that's good to have consistent clients.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Sure. Yeah.
Absolutely. So that's amazing that you have consistent clients. Your paintings are amazing. And you just do so many different types. So it's not just like I'm doing portraits or I'm doing, body art or I'm doing murals. Yeah. There's just so many different types and that you touch on so many different things that you're just talented when it comes to art in general.
Yeah. And it feels like people always want to put you in a box. So either you only paint pets or only portraits. But I like to I want to create my own box. Like if I want to paint with my body, I do that for like videos or whatever. And then I want to do a mural or I want to whatever. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, and the world is yours. You know, you don't stop at one thing because that's what society tells you to do.
Exactly.
So I just feel like that's amazing that you're just, spread out in so many different fields of the art world.
Yeah.
So for everyone that comes on, we play this game. Would you rather? I play with you too. So rules of the game, people come here and cheat. So the rules are you have to answer. You can't remix your question.
Okay.
And you can give an explanation as to why you answered the way that you answered.
Okay.
Got it? Okay.
So answer, don't remix, and then explanation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll do 3 cards each. And then I'll let you pick 3 cards. And this one will...
So I'm going to do 3 cards. But you have 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
I grab way too many.
But are these the same cards or?
No, they're different. But
okay. I'm gonna do these.
Whatever. These ones have 4 questions on there, so you can just pick your question.
Okay, so I'm gonna pick a question and then I'm gonna answer.
No,
I'm asking you. Okay.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you can go first.
Okay. So, would you rather meet your spouse on a trashy dating show? Or when they buy you your feet pictures.
Shit.
Imagine
trashy
having like
dating
a
show.
OnlyFans and like
Yes.
one of your fans like get your like feet pictures and you're like, that's who I'm gonna marry.
I would never post my feet pictures. So no, in a trashy dating show is my answer. Yeah.
Agreed. It's on you.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask any of these.
Yeah.
Be widely attracted to goattees.
Goatees.
What's that?
It's like how it's facial hair for a man.
Oh.
And it's like, it goes like this and like there's little like half chin piece going on here. I don't know how to describe a goatee.
Oh, okay. So either that or creepy thin mustaches.
Like Hitler? Give me the goatee. I just feel like with thin mustaches, all I'm thinking of is Hitler. Like I don't want anyone with a thin mustache. Yeah. Just shave it off. Okay. Would you rather all your food is always too salty or all your food is always burnt?
Oh, too salty. Yeah.
I like salt though.
Me too. I feel
salt.
like, I don't know, in Sweden we salt way more than in America. I always put more salt on my food.
I love salt, but it just bloats me. Like that's the only thing that I don't like about it. Like it just makes me like, I'll wake up and if I have salt, it just bloats me.
But I've learned that you're supposed to put salt in your water for
to gargle,
dehydration.
Right?
Yeah. No, to drink.
Really?
Yeah. Because it has like the electrolytes, which is like if you put a tiny little bit of salt.
Just a little bit. Right.
Yeah, tiny little bit of salt and like some lemon or whatever. It makes, because salt helps you
digest.
No, if you dehydrated, you want salt.
To hydrate.
To hydrate you.
And it's crazy that it works that way because I'm like, if it's just like a pinch, you're not like drenching it to where it's like salty water.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know what it is with salt. It just bloats me for whatever reason. Maybe if it's just too much sodium, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay. It's on you.
Oh. In one sitting, eat a jar of mayonnaise or drink a jar of pickle juice.
I love mayonnaise on my sandwiches, but a jar is insane.
Yeah.
Pickle juice. I just started to like pickles. So like I'm on this I'd rather have pickle juice than a mayonnaise.
Yeah.
That's like you're probably gonna gain 30 pounds easily from a jar of mayonnaise. Like I'm not trying to gain, I'm trying to lose.
Yeah.
I feel like pickles are a good treat and it's not like high in calories like the mayonnaise.
Yeah.
I'm just not doing the mayonnaise. Okay. Would you rather be left at the altar or cheated on during the reception?
Probably be left at the altar.
Same.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same. Cheating on the reception is insane.
Yeah.
Like you just got married and you're cheating on me.
Yeah.
Like, why did we marry in the first place? Just leave me at the altar. I'd rather just deal with not having you in my life than to cheat on me while we just
100%.
had our happiest day of our life.
Yeah. 100%.
Okay. It's on you.
Okay. Have a 4-inch outie belly button or have a 4-inch innie belly button.
4 inches is insane. That's not like this big.
Oh my god.
Like,
but in?
Out?
I'd
rather have in because like who's to say that they can really like who's going to your stomach and being like your belly button is inside 4 inches, you know, like I would, but out is just like you can't wear cute shirts, it's just out, like just sticking out like an extra nipple on the bottom or something, I don't know. Okay, last one. Would you rather be immortal but forever stuck at the age you're at now, or reincarnation is real but you have no idea what your next life will be like?
I would rather be stuck in the age now and be immortal.
Agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I don't like a fact of not knowing what's next. Because what if I'm reincarnated to an ant? Or like, you know, and then I die like in 2 seconds, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'd rather be now at the age that I'm at now with the wisdom that I have, the
Exactly.
children that I have,
Yeah.
and just, you know, I know I'm not at an age where I'm not too old to still create life or, you know, enjoy life.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm content with
Yeah.
that.
100%.
I wouldn't want anyone to like pass though, because like I'm immortal. So that's
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
like where you,
I wonder now with technology how old we're gonna get.
yeah.
we're
And
getting
then
older
like
and older.
freezing and like,
Yeah.
yeah. And now there's AI. So who's to say that we won't last forever?
Yeah. What is it called? A lot of people are paying so much money to be frozen when they die, and then hopefully being
Yeah. It's
like,
insane.
yeah.
Insane. So,
Wow.
you have a new painting that you just finished. You're going to Sweden.
Yay.
Anything else coming up for you?
No, just living life, enjoying every day.
I love that.
Yeah.
So tell everyone where they can find you.
Yeah, you can find me on TikTok, Instagram, Frida Davidson Art, Davidson with 2 S's. Yeah, I'm thinking of starting to do a YouTube soon.
Oh, nice.
see.
Like what kind of YouTube?
Just when I'm painting and talking about the process. So many people are asking me like, you should do
Live painting.
classes and like, how do you paint? So yeah,
To
I might
teach
do
like a
to
tutorial.
teach. Yeah.
Oh, that'll be really good.
Yeah. So maybe that we'll see. Yeah.
Nice. Make sure you guys tune into everything that Frida has going on. And that is it for Telli Talks. Make sure you guys get a painting from her too, because her artwork is amazing.
Thank you.